business called To Be Awesome. And just really quickly about me, I'm a mum of one. She's about to be 13 at Christmas, so I've got a teen on my hands. And I also, like Vanessa, I have a love of animals. So running quickly through it, I've got 2 cats, 3 dogs, 2 chooks, a rabbit, 3 fish, and one of them was a baby fish that they had, and that's not counting all of the native birds in my garden that the cats won't eat because we've trained them. So yeah, so that's me, and my business is all about helping women and children who have been doing it tough. That's my passion in life, and by tough I'm talking about abuse, I'm talking about stress, I'm talking about depression, I'm talking about bullying. For women in particular, it happens at work, and for kids, of course, it happens a lot at school, and cutting as well. It's becoming quite drastic measures at the moment in schools. And my plan is to help them get out of those situations and into a life that they can start to love and enjoy again, and to have purpose and passion again. Because when you're in those situations, that's the last thing you can think about. So that's my passion. But the other thing that I've found, and that I'm actually working a lot on at the moment too, is that I have people who've come to me and said, how did you make up a successful business in 18 months? And I haven't even hit the 18 months yet. And, you know, and I go, well, because I love what I do and I'm passionate about what I do, and that translates to people really well. And so I help new entrepreneurs now. So I help women and I help men and I help anyone who's an entrepreneur to actually set up their business so that they're not stressed about where the money's coming from. They're not stressed about who their clients are, what they should or shouldn't do, and what tech they should or shouldn't use. And that's how I've connected with Vanessa, because she and I have been around for a while and we've sort of talked to each other on and off. And when she said she was looking for someone to talk to today, I said, yeah, pick me, because I use Periscope every week. I use Zoom every week. I have a Facebook group for women called Shameless Promo Here. Awesome, heart-centered entrepreneurs for life and business, because for me, yeah, if your business is successful but your life is a mess, it's not going to happen for you. And vice versa. If your business is a mess, your life is going to be difficult. So it's all about the two together. So feel free to join me. But I have a Periscope that I do every Wednesday at 6 o'clock Australian Eastern Daylight Savings Time at the moment. And I talk about all sorts of things. So I talk about my 2 passions. I talk about my pets. I talk about my child. I talk about, you know, what it's like to have a preteen. But mostly I tell people about it like a couple of days beforehand. I post everywhere what's going to be the topic, and people come from all over the world. And you know, people go, well, how can you talk for 15-20 minutes straight? And it's like, well, it's not actually that hard, right? Because if you're passionate about what you love, then it's dead easy, right? And you've just got to remember that it's live. People aren't expecting it to be perfect. And you know, it drives me crazy the way, and I was just saying this to Vanessa and she can jump in here, but I was just saying it drives me crazy that people grab a piece of paper and put everything they're going to say on it, hold it up beside the screen, and then just read from it.
I totally agree. Like, my biggest thing is, yes, have something so you know what you're doing, because the worst thing you can do, and I've had this happen to me. Okay, hands up. I have had it to me. I'm not perfect, but you have it all in your head. You're like, yeah, I'm good. I know exactly what I'm going to scope about. It's all in my head. I'm going to be fine. No, at least put some bullet points. Bullet points is okay. It gives you a guidepost. But yeah, if you've got every word written out somewhere, unless, okay, fair enough. Okay, I have done this where I was reading a blog post, but that was part of the scope. We were discussing the blog post. That's different. That's so different. Or if there was a question in my Facebook group, I was reading the question out. That's different again. But if you've literally written word for word what your script is going to be on Periscope, there is. Get off Periscope and go on YouTube. Wrong medium. Wrong medium. And if anyone agrees, you can tap the hearts. Remember, guys, we are still doing the hearts contest on my on my end anyway. We're doing a little hearts contest and you still couldn't win. So that was my plug. But anyway, go back to it. So yeah, Tony's going to share how did you discover Periscope? What was your journey like? How did you find out about it? What was your first experiences of it and everything?
Well, for me, it was, I just saw everyone talking about it and I thought, well, what is this thing? Everyone's raving about Periscope and I had no idea what it was. And every time I asked someone what it was, they just couldn't answer me. So I just went and checked it out. So I did a Google search and I saw it and I thought, oh, this is fantastic. And I live in Canberra and you would think I've got the best internet in the world, but it is rubbish, right? I live in the lee of a hill and not near the centre of town, so my connection's really, really bad. And so Skype drops out on me all of the time. And because I'm a coach and I work with people all over the world, it drives me crazy when this thing drops out. So I thought, well, I'll give Periscope a go and Zoom a go as well to see if they work any better. And so that's how I did it. And I just went in and played, really. And the thing I loved, it was so easy to download. I can have it on my phone. I can have it on my laptop. I can take it anywhere with me. And I just absolutely adored it. And the thing I loved is that it's live. Yes. And so, and I'm a public speaker as well. So it's great practice for me. Oh. And, you know really quickly because it's like live TV, whether someone is enjoying what you're saying or whether they hate it. Oh, and because they can comment on Periscope, it's just fantastic because they can tell you, and I love that quote, or can you give me more information on this? And so you can make it like an interactive conversation. And for me, one thing I've noticed working with various people from various backgrounds is that we've lost our communities. We've lost that sense of connection that we used to have. People don't even often know who their neighbour is or the person across the road. Whereas before, you used to know everyone in the street. So Periscope is a great way of people connecting with each other in a safe way. You don't have to go, to a pub to meet someone and worry about, being kidnapped. Not that that really happens.
or being hit upon by some random man and it's like, yeah, I'm just having a drink, mate. And people aren't expecting it to be perfect. So look at my background, right? If I was doing say something on YouTube, I'd have like the white background, the beautiful sort of layout that maybe like if you're, yeah, right. So Vanessa's got her kitchen in the background. I've got cat food. Come on, you can see I need to put more cat food in the cat food container. Her Majesty will want me to do that. And then you can see I've got on my fridge and I've got my microwave up there and my oven and all this stuff. And to those who are thinking of taking stuff, there's not really much, as you can see, it's not much to take, and good luck. I'm not that fast. But yeah, I'm totally hearing you. Yeah, this is the thing. It's like you can be real. People are expecting that, and if you're freaked out about doing it at home, like I'm not, as you can tell, not freaked out about doing it at home, and I will be one of the ones that will turn my location settings on. So people go, oh, you'll be attracting all the trolls. And I'm like, no, actually, I don't really get that many. If I do, guess what? Block, move on, don't mention it. I just move on. But yeah, I love this. And the fact that I can, like you said, it's on my phone. It's actually on my tablet. We're recording this right now on my iPad. So not even using my phone. So as you can see, my phone's not doing. It decided not to work this time, so we decided to use the tablet this time. So anyway, and we mentioned Zoom.us because the pure fact what we're talking on, this in front of me here where my hand is, where I'm pointing at, is Zoom.us, guys. And guess what? It's free for the first 40 minutes. So free. You're not going to be talking the 40 minutes on doing these interviews, are we? No. No, maybe 15, 20 minutes max, but yeah, and then you move on. And guess what? So you don't even have to actually pay for it. Yeah, you could pay for it, and it's about $10 US per month, but it's free. And this is working. I'm actually so surprised it's working.
I'll stop that. No, but look, people, when I say to people, if you're going to do a Periscope, don't freak out about it. It's like taking a home movie. You can't see how many people are watching you, and you might only have one or two to start with, and so that's perfectly fine. And by the time you get hundreds and thousands, you're a natural at it. And I say to people, always at the beginning, introduce who you are, tell them something interesting about you, not your CV, right? They don't want to hear about that. This is about connecting. Tell them what you're passionate about, or something that happened to you that particular day that they might find interesting. And then talk for, 10 odd minutes or so. And at the end, like, think TV, think radio, have a sign off. So for me, my business is called To Be Awesome, because I believe every person has the right to live an awesome life and to be awesome, and to at least feel awesome once in their life, if not all of the time. I mean, it'd be great to do it all of the time, but even if it's just once, that's something, right?
Yeah.
So for me, I sign off saying, stay awesome, everybody, because it reminds everybody to, awesome is actually achievable and you can live a great life. And I, again, say my name, say, stay awesome, Toni-Maree here, see you next week, because I'm on 6 o'clock every Wednesday night. And if you join me Wednesday nights at 6 o'clock, sometimes I've got no makeup on, right? The hair's a mess. I'm outside and the birds are chirping. The dog talks and barks at me and wants to have dinner, or, it's 6 o'clock. So, my daughter comes in, Mum, I'm just on Periscope. But people love that because they're seeing you. It's genuine. You're not fake. And don't read from a script. I have like 3 dot points. That gets me 20 minutes. So I have to cut myself short because I'm a talker. And just so people know, I'm an extroverted introvert, right? So I can, Vanessa's the same. So I can go out and I can give a speech to 200 women or men or whatever, but that's not my natural inclination. My natural inclination is to be at home with my pets, with my family. I'm an introvert. I love my space. I love my office. This is perfect medium. You can get out there, you can show people what you've got, but in a safe way, right? Yeah. And so extroverts don't often use Periscope because they don't need to. They're out talking to everybody all of the time because that's their comfort zone. But for me, this is perfect. And my clients love it. So if you're a business owner, your clients are going to love you for it because they can talk to you, they can connect with you. It's magic, absolutely magic. So that's why I use both Periscope and Zoom. And so I was really thrilled when Vanessa was doing this today because I thought, I'm talking the same stuff in my group. Lots of people are talking about using Periscope, but there's not a lot of stuff out there to say how to go about it.
Nice.
And Vanessa, I will tell you, there's not a lot of Australians using it at the moment. We've got to get out there, people.
Yeah, and I'm totally with you there, Toni. I'll just reiterate a few points. I went like this with her because of pure fact. She calls herself an extrovert introvert. I call it an outgoing introvert. It's pretty much the same thing. But it's pretty same, different words, slightly different. But yeah, it's an outgoing introvert. People mistaken me for an extrovert all the time, and I'm like, I'm not. Even with Periscope, guys, for those watching on my Periscope, you guys can relate. You probably think I'm an extrovert because of how much I scope. If you notice something about my scopes, watch me for a while. I do short scopes. I don't do long ones, and I might only do 2 or 3 and sometimes only 1 a day. That's because I still have that time I want to be with myself. I love you guys. I really do. I love my scopers. I love my viewers. Absolutely do them. And that's like Toni was saying, she signs out, hi, I'm Toni, blah, blah, blah. I go, mwah, mwah, mwah. I do a little kiss to everyone. That's my own life. And I give people actually the heads up. I go, look, I'm a big person with hands, and I like using, thanks to my working with animals, I've learned, dog training, they actually learn by hand signals. So I'll be like, stay and sit and all this sort of stuff with my hand. So I'm actually doing that on Periscope. I'm like, I'm going to shut down now, and that's my little shut down. I'm about to shut down cue. So it's like everyone know what I'm talking about when I'm doing that. It's like, I'm going to shut down soon. I love you all. So then do this one action. I always give them one action to do. But you hit on a good point there about doing one action, and yours is be awesome and all that, and mine is usually something I usually not have something predisposed that I'm going to do. Like for this one, it's to get on Periscope Australia. God damn it. We both are lonely. We want more so good. Because there's so many times my viewers can relate. You guys are probably up late right now. If you could type in the comments, if you're watching this via the app, so I'm looking down because I'm looking at my iPad. If you watch this via the app, if you can type in the comments what time it is for you, then I can tell Toni, and that will give actually a good example to a lot of people. And oh my God. I've had people say, oh, I love you, Vanessa, but you're up at whatever, and it's like 12 midnight for me. Oh, I love you, Vanessa, but it's like 2:30 or something like that. It's just, it's so, the time zone screws me over. So I just want more Australians. So then they can say, I'm Brisbane, I'm Sydney, I'm Adelaide, and I know generally they're around the same time zone as me. I know, So some people go, isn't that an extrovert trait? But no, it's just me being funny about it. But anyway, I like Toni saying she's got more animals than me anyway, so goodness. If you're worried about going live and stuff, I'm worried about my dog barking, let alone my cat doing anything. She could jump up in the background here and be all like, hey, woman, that might, do something. She might even, it's not that time for her to get fed, so we're lucky. But goodness knows what she'd do. But regardless, it's okay. You've got kids, like you say, you've got your kids coming. Okay. If you don't want your kids in the background, feel free to do something about that. There's always things you can do. What would you share? What would you suggest if someone has kids and they don't want them being part of the scope as such? What would you suggest?
Well, for me, I like my daughter's, as I said, she's about to turn 13, so it's quite easy. So and as I said, I've got really bad internet connection, so I'm like, everybody off their devices. There is no paid TV going on. Everyone off for the next 20 minutes, and I shut my door. Now, my husband has tinea, which is ringing in the ears, and so when I say to him, be quiet, that means he's just as loud as normal because he can't hear himself. So I say to him, honey, can you sit down and read for 20 minutes, please? Right? No opening cupboards, no going outside, because he can't hear himself. So it's just making your family aware of what you're doing, and it's only 15, 20 minutes. And it's great for them to get off technology anyway, right? I'm a big believer in, like Vanessa, going for walks, getting out of the house, even though I'm an introvert. And so getting off that technology for 15, 20 minutes means you're living for that 15, 20 minutes. So they've gotten used to it. I used to get grumbles. Oh, God, here she goes again. But they know, right? 6 o'clock every Wednesday night, I'm on Periscope. 8 o'clock every Monday night, I'm on Zoom. So my family knows that, and they work around it. They don't like it sometimes because their favourite shows are on at 8 o'clock, but that's what recording live TV is all about, right? So, and let's face it, there's so many playbacks and repeats, they're going to catch it anyway, so it's no big deal. And that's the other thing, is it's okay to put me first sometimes. And because I work with women and children, and most of them are girls, we're really bad at that. So it's really great for me to say, hang on a minute, I need this from you just for 15, 20 minutes. And so I'm teaching them how to interact with me. And that's fabulous too. So don't ever feel like you're letting people down. 6 o'clock's dinner time. 8 o'clock for, people with little kids is bedtime or just after bedtime. Don't feel like you're letting people down. People have partners, they have families, they have, babysitters. Do what you need to do and give it a go. It's not as scary as you think. It really isn't.
I totally agree. Okay, so we're getting to that mark actually. So guys, what we're going to do is Toni's going to hold up a little sign I told her to make before. So this is actually really, really good to do. When you're doing interviews or anything like that, make up a sign so people can see it. And
is that backwards?
No, it's actually all right.
Good.
It's fine. And you make up a sign of what your Peri handle is, and then people can go and look at it and follow it, because of course we can't type on Periscope. So when you're interacting live on it, this is the downside, is of course, as a broadcaster, we can't exactly type in the comments below. We rely on you guys, the viewers, to do that. So doing that, putting something on a piece of paper is actually a really good Peri tip thing, I call it. And so then everyone else can see it, and you can follow people later as such. So, all right, so you can follow her. That's 2_be_awesome, and that's Toni, as you heard. Yep, they saw it, and it's a case of she does scope regularly, unlike me.
She will be.
Yeah, I will be. I do scope regularly, but my problem is I do it around everything else. So I'm in like a general time frame sort of scoper. And that's the thing too. She has specific times she's doing it. Toni has specific times she's doing it. I'm like, well, it gets done between this time and this time. Any time between there, I might do one or two sort of thing. that's okay. You could be as flexible. What you need from it, you get from it as such. Like, you do that. If you need to do it at a specific time because, like she said, she's got the bad internet and all this sort of stuff, it just works for her best, do it. Who cares? You'll get your viewers. You'll get it. Yes, you might even get only replay viewers sometimes that are only watching your replays. That's okay. They're still watching. And they're still, even though the replay viewers can't interact as in like type comments, they can still watch it as such. So, guys, I follow her once again. You can follow her. She is regular. Me, on the other hand, not so regular. And we'll talk to you all soon. So, Toni, sign out.
Stay awesome, everybody. And just a quick thank you very much, Vanessa. This has been an absolute blast. But stay awesome. I'm Toni-Maree. Bye.
And that's why I'm to everyone, because I'm kind of better doing it at the webcam here than at them because I'm not on them. And we'll talk to you guys soon. I'm going to now